This is Top 30. Coming up, how much money would it take for you to willingly get the flu? New research is putting that to the test. Judge Lynn Toler stops by to talk about all-day foreplay and other tips to keep our relationship healthy. And this baseball player's shocking reaction to winning the championship game is taking the internet by storm. Welcome to the show. I'm Kristen Smith.
And I'm Richard Bacon, and here are today's 30 things you need to know. First, a new study says car tires can become dangerous sooner than previously thought, especially on wet roads. New tires start with a tread that's 10 or 11 30-seconds of an inch deep. The car repair industry and many states consider tires worn out when their tread depth is just 2 30-seconds of an inch. But new research by AAA found that tires can lose grip and take longer to stop much sooner at 4 30-seconds of an inch. AAA says at that depth, cars in its test took an additional 87 feet to stop from highway speeds on wet roads compared to new tires. There was also a 33% reduction in handling ability. That's because the tire's grooves are designed to move water out from underneath the tire. About 800,000 crashes occur every year on wet roads. AAA is now urging drivers to replace tires sooner and increase following distances. All right, let's go to the New York Stock Exchange for our Fox Business Minute with your friend and mine, Nicole Pedalides. Nicole, I am hearing that Domino's is launching a new campaign.
That's right, Richard. Domino's wants to help fix the roads in your town with its Paving for Pizza initiative. Customers can nominate their town for pothole repairs on the website. If selected, they'll be awarded road repair grants. Domino's says it has already worked with some cities across the U.S. to help repair roads. Uber has filed a patent for drunk detecting technology that will let drivers know if customers are drunk before they even get into the car. The app will be able to detect riders' sobriety based on how they hold their phone and interact with the app. Millennials are resigning nearly twice as often as older workers, this according to new data. And if you're wondering how common job hopping is, get this, the typical worker will have 12 different employers in his or her lifetime.
And what are some of the reasons they're jumping ship?
It's not just the money. Getting promoted is a big factor, but the #1 reason is not liking their company culture.
Very interesting. Nicole, in New York, thank you.
President Donald Trump traveled to Singapore, where he met with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, and the two shared a historic 13-second handshake. It was the first time the sitting leaders from the two countries had ever met face-to-face. Trump said, "We will have a terrific relationship, I have no doubt." And just days after Anthony Bourdain was found in France of an apparent suicide, his ex-wife posted a photo of their 11-year-old daughter. It read, "Our little girl had her concert today. She was amazing, so strong and brave. She wore the boots you bought her. I hope you are having a good trip wherever you are." And SAG-AFTRA reached an agreement this week with 4 of the largest TV networks to try and eliminate the casting couch, meaning auditions in private hotel rooms or residences would be much more limited. ABC, Fox, NBC, and CBS have signed the agreement that goes into effect July 1st. And finally, Minnesota high school pitcher Ty Cohen threw a final strike to win his team the sectional championship. But instead of celebrating when everyone rushed to the mound, he ran to home plate to console the batter. He'd struck out his childhood friend, Jack Kochen. He hugged him for a solid 10 seconds before celebrating with his team. Now, that's an example of sportsmanship. Our friend Headcrack now at Dish Nation dishes up the hottest celebrity news. So, Headcrack, I hear Meghan Markle's latest outfit was turning heads in the UK.
That's right, Kristen. Meghan Markle, a.k.a. the Duchess of Sussex, caused a little controversy over the weekend. She attended the Queen's birthday celebration and exposed too much skin, according to some critics. Now, one of them tweeted, "Off the shoulders, inappropriate day wear at any official engagement." Seriously, England? Shouldergate? Now, backstage side, we got to see way more skin from ex-con/Real Housewife Teresa Giudice. She participated in the NPC South Jersey Bodybuilding Championships. You heard that right. Teresa took to the stage in a swimsuit competition and showed off her super fit body. Now, sources say she's been training hard since December to go from housewife to brick house. And finally today, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson shared this great photo on his Instagram. Now, that's his girlfriend Lauren breastfeeding their baby while Dwayne feeds her dinner. He captioned the photo with, "I'll handle the business," which reminds me, I need to get some food myself. So this is going to be it for your week's dish. Till next time, I'll talk to you later, Kristen.
I love him. Yet another example of The Rock being amazing. Thanks, Headcrack. For the latest celebrity news, watch Dish Nation weekdays. Check your local listings. Top 30, we'll be right back. Welcome back. Judge Lynn Toler from Divorce Court is here to talk about how to not end up in her courtroom. It is always good to see you.
Always good to see you, Kristen.
Well, I love talking to you about communication because on your show you always say how communication is necessary to make a relationship work.
Absolutely.
Right. So we have a few communication techniques.
Good.
We dug up here on Top 30, and I wanted to run them by you and see what you think.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so the first one, a maintenance text. Now, this is when you text something funny or sentimental to kind of let the person know that you're thinking of them.
Right, and I think that's very important. I think it's a good idea. And I also have a text that I encourage men to do, because I say it's like all day foreplay.
Oh.
If you text 3 times through the day, hey, baby, thinking about you, darling, it pays off at the end of the day.
I love it. Okay, let's keep going. How about the sandwich method? Now, have you heard of this? I use this at home all the time, where you have something negative to say to your partner, but you sandwich it between 2 positive things.
Absolutely, because when you say something just outright negative, all they do is defend.
Yes.
So to tell them something that's negative in between 2 positive, it's like, I'm just trying to get somewhere.
So this last one, I'm not sure how I feel about it because I always was taught to not to go to sleep angry.
Right.
But the 48-hour rule. So I guess if your partner does something that makes you upset,
Right.
you wait 48 hours before you say anything, and then if you're still mad after 48 hours, then you say something.
I think I believe in that rule better than don't go to bed angry. And let me tell you why. When you are first upset about something, you're usually not quite sure why you're upset, and it's fresh. So if you wait, okay, this is what I was angry about, and I got to give him something to do instead, and you have time to think that through, you're not angry anymore, you're conveying information and a resolution, not just your frustration.
Totally makes sense. I wish I could keep you here all day. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you guys, please check your local listings and watch Divorce Court, which, by the way, is about to start its 20th season. And moving right along, gender reveal parties were once as simple as cutting into a cake to surprise your family with pink or blue slices. But in the age of social media, they become a bit of a phenomenon, increasing in both popularity and originality. Pinterest, the crafty online bulletin board, told CNN that searches for creative gender reveal ideas were up nearly 400% since last year. Parents-to-be can also look to celebrities like Kate Hudson, who popped large balloons filled with pink confetti to announce her first daughter, or Jessica Alba, who had a similar approach for her baby boy. Some regular folks have become celebrities in their own right when the reveals went viral, like when Michael Clybert fed an alligator a watermelon filled with blue goo. That announcement was viewed almost 9 million times. But the parties aren't just filling your Instagram feed, they're also filling the pockets of retailers. Party City claims they're selling nearly 1 million gender reveal party items a year. And creative products like bath bombs, smoke balloons, and scratch cards are quickly being added to online shopping carts. But no matter how the gender is revealed, it's really just a way for excited parents to share their joy.
Welcome back to Top 30. More companies are monitoring their employees' digital activity. A report by the American Management Association says 78% of businesses monitor their workers' email, web browsing, or phone. A new survey of the IT workers who do the monitoring places that number even higher at 98%. 41% of companies overall check employees' voicemail.
Yes.
Voicemail.
They're like, 1 second, I'm just listening to your personal dealings.
It's just weird.
This made me look at myself and thinking like, hold on, wait, what do I do on my work computer? And not that I'm doing anything shady, but just the realization that this is happening the majority of the time. Typically, the larger the company, the more likely they are to do something like this.
I think a lot of people on work computers now understand that anything you write on a work email might be exposed. Just don't say anything too sarcastic, too dangerous, too salacious.
Everything you do, expect that someone's going to see it.
Imagine it could be seen. Imagine it being read out in court.
Oh, yeah,
That's what I do. It says a lot about me. By the way,
I know, right?
I am very happy for our employers, our bosses to listen to my voicemail because it is mainly Uber drivers asking where I am. Be my guest.
That's some riveting listening. Okay. Well, let's move on. According to the genetic testing site 23andMe, many Americans are connected to a World Cup nation through their DNA. Fans can take the test to find out their team and root for your roots. Now, I told you about this, Richard. I took the test. I'm 67% West African.
Congratulations.
27% European, so I could be hanging out with your people.
Excellent choice.
And 5% Asian.
Okay, another excellent choice.
Could be anybody.
Could be anybody. Let's find Henry, bring in the box, bring in the box.
You know,
and I can tell you that this is such a good idea, by the way.
I love it.
You're going to be rooting for Senegal.
Yeah!
Senegal.
Hand that over.
Look at the back.
It even has my name on it.
Kristen Smith on the back. This is a smart way of getting around the fact that the United States of America is not in the World Cup for the first time since 1990.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't be connected. My team's going all the way.
Yeah.
And by the way, the World Cup begins June 14th on Fox. Senegal will be taking the title.
Yeah, and Senegal will be leaving June 16th. We'll be right back.
In today's Hometown Stories from Fox 32 Chicago, the Officer Friendly program is working to educate and inspire children to develop a positive relationship with law enforcement. The program provides hands-on instruction from police, firefighters, and paramedics, helping kids in grades K through 3rd learn life-saving lessons while building trust with the officers.
The basic thing is to teach them that the police are their friend and how to call 911 when you are in an emergency situation.
Our next story from Fox 9 Minneapolis. Connie Mail anxiously watched as travelers exited the Minneapolis-St. Paul International Airport. The 68-year-old was finally going to meet her pen pal of 57 years, Gun-Britt Efraimsson of Sweden.
I can't believe it, you're finally here.
Averaging a letter a week since the 5th grade, the two have shared many milestones with each other.
Yeah, we've gone through lots together through letters.
Now they can finally create memories of their own. Our final story from Fox 13 Tampa Bay. Lucy Sandelin began bowling at the age of 6. Now, 55 years later, she's still at it. In 1976, Lucy was the first American woman to win the AMF Bowling World Cup. She's won many awards since then, but she's most excited about next month's honor. 2017 Senior Female Bowler of the Year.
Winning it this year was really, it was huge. It was something that was on my bucket list.
The bowling legend has worked really hard to reach this point in her career, and she says she's not stopping anytime soon.
Welcome back. A successful U.S. Olympic skier and his wife are dealing with the tragic loss of their 19-month-old daughter. Bode Miller posted pictures of Emmy on his Instagram account with the caption, "We are beyond devastated. Her love, her light, her spirit will never be forgotten. Our little girl loved life and lived it to the fullest every day. Emmy drowned in a swimming pool at a California house. No other details were released." A group called Save Kids reports about 1,000 children drown each year in this country. The Red Cross says that there are several steps to keep kids safe around swimming pools, including secure the pool with a fence and place a cover over it when not in use, designate a responsible person to watch whenever people are in the pool, and have young or inexperienced swimmers wear life jackets. To see the Red Cross's complete pool safety list, go to the Top 30 Facebook page.
A Philadelphia area favorite is no more. The Harry Potter Festival, which has drawn tens of thousands of people for the past 6 years, has been canceled. And the reason why has got people talking. Mike Jarek from Fox 29 in Philadelphia joins us with more. Hi, Mike.
Kristen, you're absolutely right. This was a huge event the last 6 years in Chestnut Hill, which is a little section, a beautiful section of Philadelphia. A lot of people came out. Well, they received a cease and desist order from the Warner Brothers studios in Hollywood. Yes, they make the Harry Potter films. They say, stop it. Well, as you can imagine, it's a big blow to the economy of this little area of Philadelphia called Chestnut Hill. 30,000 people came out for the festival last year alone.
So, Mike, what are their plans to replace it?
Well, what they're going to try to do is still invite everybody out, just rename the thing. They're thinking about the Wizards and Wands event. It might work.
Yeah, we'll see if it catches on. Thanks, Mike. Well, here's an interesting fact. Only 1 in 4 Americans can speak a second language, which is why we've got today's Top 30 steal. You talk language education at a special 92% discount. Being bilingual is becoming more and more valuable. This education program helps you overcome barriers by teaching you practical vocabulary. There are 130 languages to choose from. You get to pick one, or you can get a pack of 6. You can learn from any device that you want, anytime time that you want. Utah quickly teaches you how to communicate in everyday situations, as well as how to navigate through vacations. It includes fun speaking games that show you how much you're learning and measure your achievements as you go. The Utah language education retails for $389.95. But today you can buy the pack of 6 languages for just $29.99. That's a 92% discount. Or you can buy the 1 language pack that retails for $64.99 for just $19.99. That's a 69% discount. And you can get this right now at shoptop30.com while they last. There is a factory in New York almost exclusively staffed by military veterans. Title New York takes pride in being 100% American-made footwear. And what's more American than giving back to the country's vets? It can be tough for vets to find work after leaving the service, and many suffer from stigma surrounding PTSD. So they're thankful for the opportunity at Title New York.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a family in the country, no matter where they're from, what their story is, that doesn't have a veteran in it. And a lot of it comes down to stigmas, and we want to break down stigmas every way that we can.
Each pair of environmentally conscious flip-flops sold by Title includes a card featuring a photo of the veteran that worked on the shoes, their name, and a small bio. Title has already shipped more than 100,000 pairs of shoes worldwide.
That's a great story. And Top 30 will be right back. Welcome back to Top 30. A company in British Columbia has developed a cost-effective technology that can suck carbon dioxide from the air and turn it into fuel. The method is nothing new, but current costs sit at about $600 per ton to remove the gas from the atmosphere, while the Canadian company Carbon Engineering has found a way to do it for just $100 per ton. The company is backed by Microsoft founder Bill Gates, and right now they're pulling about 1 ton of CO2 from the air per day, producing about 2 barrels of fuel. CEO Steve Oldham says we're tapping into existing industrial equipment and then defining a new process and applying some unique chemistry to it. Oldham says the benefit of making fuel from the air is energy independence. Any country, any region can make their own fuel without having to rely on oil.
A dog helped save a California family from a burning building. At one point, the dog even dragged a baby to safety by pulling her by her diaper. The family was sleeping when they heard loud bangs on the back door. A woman opened the door to see her 8-month-old pit bull frantically barking at her. That's when she noticed the flames burning inside the building and quickly ran to her 7-month-old daughter's room. When she got there, the dog had already pulled the baby off the bed and was dragging her toward the door. Everyone made it out safely, and they credit their dog Sasha for saving the family.
It meant a lot. Like, I owe her everything. You know, if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have known. I would have still been in bed, and, you know, things could have took a worse turn.
They have to find a new place to live, but at least they have their family. The fire department is still determining what started the blaze.
How much money would you have to be paid to deliberately get a bout of diarrhea, fever, body aches, and other flu symptoms? St. Louis University is offering volunteers $3,500 to get the flu in the name of science. Doctors will give the volunteers either a flu vaccine or a placebo and then expose them to the virus. The volunteers will be quarantined for 10 days in a former hotel that was converted into a research room nicknamed Hotel Influenza. Doctors will observe the volunteers and conduct various tests to see which ones get infected with the flu. They'll use the data to help better understand the illness and get more information on how to prevent it. For those people who do get sick, they have to be healthy for 2 days before they're allowed to leave.
You know, you can pay me enough to get the flu. The flu's the worst.
That is true. Top 30 will be right back.
Welcome back. One man in Ohio has taken the internet by storm, all because of his love for jigsaw puzzles. 91-year-old David Butler is better known as the Puzzle Man. He soars through jigsaw puzzles at a breakneck speed, completing 1,000-piece puzzles in just 3 days, and most others in even less time than that. Butler's finished more than 80 puzzles in the last 6 months alone, and he said he prefers this hobby to sitting around and watching TV all day. Butler told WFMJ, "I think that's what happens happens with a lot of people. They go sit down and the world goes by, passes them. I don't want it to pass me. Butler's daughter, Cindy, says she started posting pictures of his progress on Facebook, but she never could have expected the response she got. Now people from all over the country send Butler puzzles to complete. And the really cool thing about this, when he's done with the puzzles, he donates them all to charity.
See, I can do that now, never mind in another 50 years. Here is what's coming up on the next Top 30. A popular surgery to help improve vision may do just the opposite, and some of its side effects could last for years. Plus, new research finds a shocking number of movie critics all have something in common, and how one teacher made sure none of her students would be left out of a field trip. You can also listen to the day's biggest stories by subscribing to the new Top 30 podcast. See you next time here on Top 30.